Well, hello, my crafting friend. So, I'm starting a series on learning how to spin yarn. Now, this is not a learn how to spin yarn. This is your friend with Liz Handcrafted is learning how to spin yarn. So, to catch you up, because I decided to just do this series, even though I'm kind of late on the start, to be honest. If I was gonna, if I was a smarter person, I would have done the series as I started, but I didn't, mostly because I don't like to publicly fail at things. However, at the same time, how else are you supposed to learn? So anyway, I'm gonna get right to it. So this was my first piece of. It's overspun. I don't know if let's see if I can get this to where you can actually it focuses on it and such. It's overspun. It's horribly chunky. It's just not good. Of course, I also do know this too, that the yarn that I bought. So here's the deal. I bought a drop spindle when I went to the Maryland Sheep and Wool, thinking to myself, going, it's a very good entry level way of doing this, right? And it is, absolutely is. But what I didn't realize was spinning yarn is an art form. It is not something that you can do in seconds. It takes work. They say spin for 10 minutes a day until you can get it. And then people that love it, they do it all the time, and it becomes an art form to them, and that's what I want too. I think that people with more talent could do it quicker than what I'm doing it. I'm usually pretty good with my hands and things, but coordinating, apparently I'm a little bit older, and the coordination isn't as easy, because you literally are doing things with your feet and doing things with your hands, and they're not always in the same symmetry. So anyway, my first one, it's pretty lumpy, bumpy, and overspun, but it's here. I just wanted to show you. And that was actually done mostly on this drop spindle. I had a different spinning wheel when I first started, but it was a single treadle. And apparently I'm not good with a single treadle because I can't control my feet to stop the wheel when I need it to, because I have a hard time drafting out in a system evenly. I still have a hard time with that, but at least I can control the wheel on this one. So I got myself an Ashford Kiwi 3, and that way I can control where the wheel is at, so I could stop it and then start it where I need to. Whereas the other one I have, and I don't want to tell you what kind I had, because I don't want to, well, anyway, it was a single treadle. But I gave up with that wheel thinking I wasn't going to get anywhere. Then I went back to a drop spindle. Now this is not horrible, but it's not very even. So I'm still very much having challenges in that. So letting you know that I'm not hiding that I've went through a few things already. So, but this isn't horrifying. This was actually this was not the original stuff that came with it, because this is not the highest quality. It's okay, but it's not really beginner fleece, nice combed. So I ended up getting two things of what? Oh my goodness! It's a thing from KnitPicks. That's a really good place to get some good spinning fleece. I don't have any more of the blue, because I've already spun it, and so I went from the drop spindle. Then when I got my Ashford Kiwi 3, I've done, and you can tell, I've got some work to do. I'm all over the place with thicknesses, but I am getting yarn out of it. And that kind of the important part is I'm getting yarn out of it, and I will get there. And all of the spinners that I know tell me that you enjoy this while you got it, because once you get to where you can get an even thread yarn, an even grift. Is that the word? Grift? I think it's grift. It's really hard to do what they call art yarn per se. I don't know, but it's usable, and I'm probably going to be able to ply this, because it's usable to do that with, most part. But so now what I'm doing is I had another chunk of merino that I got also from KnitPicks. And I've been working on that, and that is where, let me change you over here a little bit. That is where I'm at now with this one. So I'm going to pull off some staple length, probably a little bit over, and do a little bit of spinning, because at this juncture, now that I've given you background on where I am, I'm going to share with you my spinning journey. One, I'll be willing to bet you many of you could give me some major pointers on this. I am going to a spinning class, so Fredericksburg Spinners and Weavers Guild has got a beautiful spinning class on Sunday afternoons. But my challenge is I don't live in Fredericksburg. I live in Maryland. And so I can only go to it just so often. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to start off with some spinning, and I'm just going to share that with you and add some music, and you can maybe enjoy the first installment of my spinning series as I kick off my Crocs, because sock feeted is the way to go on the spinning wheel, and hopefully I will get something good happening, or you guys get a really good laugh, one of the two, which is entirely possible. Anyway, and I'll add some music to this part. So, here we go.